An historic election in Ukraine in the midst of political crisis. Ukraine's billionaire presidential candidate Petro Poroshenko has declared victory. An exit poll suggests he got enough votes to avoid a potentially divisive runoff. Also, Ukraine's former world heavyweight boxing champ Vitali Klitschko has claimed the office of Mayor of Kiev. But the voting did not come without its share of challenges. CCTV's Roee Ruttenberg begins our team coverage with details on the candidates live from Kiev. Hello, Roee.
Hello, and a very good early morning to you there. Vitali Klitschko joined Petro Poroshenko, the president-elect, on stage, and this, of course, was a good night for both of them. Poroshenko had his speech prepared, and he delivered it with some very strong key points, both for the people of Ukraine and for neighboring Russia. It is, of course, a day of victory for Poroshenko. He is a happy man this evening, and for him, it was a victory that was perhaps double sweet. A double victory for one of Ukraine's richest men. Not only did Petro Poroshenko get the most votes on Sunday, but he managed to win an outright majority, avoiding a potential runoff in June.
All exit polls, without exception, which were held by the most credible polling organizations in the country and the whole world, show with very small discrepancies that the election is over after the first round and the country has a new president.
Poroshenko defeated former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko. Favored by Russia and more familiar in the West, many voters said they had grown tired of her involvement in politics. She had been trailing in the polls, but insisted the polls were wrong.
People came to the election, cast their votes, and by that showed our strength of our beloved country. I would like to thank all Ukrainians who voted for me and gave me their trust and their vote.
The early vote had been called 3 months ago. It followed deadly unrest in Kiev's main square, the Maidan, and the ousting of Ukraine's then president, Viktor Yanukovych. But Sunday's election came amid unresolved tensions with Russia, and after two of the most important districts in Ukraine's eastern regions voted to secede.
The first step that our whole team will undertake from the start of the presidency should be focused on ending the war, ending chaos, and bringing peace to the Ukrainian land, to the united Ukraine.
And with much of the world watching, this seemed like a result many people had hoped for. A clear decision here in just one day, offering perhaps some certainty over Ukraine's rather uncertain future.
All right, thank you so much, Roee Ruttenberg.